Hey guys, what's up? This is Ivo once again, and alright, we finished now all the reviews for Wesley Snipes because I did the marathon and I wanted to talk and give my thoughts on one of my favorite actors, one of my favorite action stars. And I did review kind of a lot of his films. I didn't review all of them. Passenger 57 is not on this list. I didn't review it because I'm not interested into that movie. I don't care how good it is. To me, it's not my favorite. Never was. I could never get into that film. I did not review New Jack City. I'm not a fan of that movie either. I did not review kind of a few movies like Boiling Point. I didn't care for. I did not review To Wong Fu, never saw the film. He also did a lot of the movies that I did not review. Um, I think it was One Night Stand. I watched it 2 years ago. I liked it, but it's not my cup of tea. I rather review the movies that I like, that I enjoy watching it. And and Wesley Snipes is one of my favorite action stars, and it's really I don't understand why Hollywood doesn't want to take him anymore. I think it was because he had such a fallout on Blade Trinity, then he went in prison for 3 years for tax evasion. Excuse me, which that makes no sense in my opinion. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Wesley Snipes, and yeah, and this is gonna be my top 11 films of his. They're not everyone else pick, but it's my list, and I know it's not everyone's pick. So I'm gonna go. So actually, I'm gonna take on my top 11. I'm gonna take one of his direct-to-video movies, and number 11, I choose 7 Seconds. Yeah, I reviewed this film. I did a long review about the film. It actually was a good heist film, for the Red to Video after his fallout with Blade Trinity. I thought this was a really good movie. It worked very well. Something different for Wesley Snipes, and this is actually his second direct-to-video movie. The first one was Unstoppable, not the one with Denzel Washington, but he still did a good job. I thought that Wesley Snipes really did enjoy. I thought he did a good job. Even though it was in foreign country filmed, he still did show what he can do. That he's still in the shape. That he's still fast enough and still a good action star. But I really feel bad for Wesley Snipes. I mean, I wish that Hollywood should take him because they wanted. I thought that he was cast in John Wick Chapter 4. He should be there, but no, no one wants to take him anymore. So I think that Wesley Snipes is the most underrated action stars. But I choose 7 Seconds because I said I'm going to choose one of his direct-to-video movies on my list, and that's just me. And yeah, it's not everyone else's list because my picks, it's my list, my picks. But what are yours picks? What are your picks of Wesley Snipes? Because those are my picks, and many will disagree. Because a lot of people love Passenger 57. It's not on this list, so you kind of will be disappointed. But I did put one of his films that I really enjoy. Like I said, excuse me. Like I said, 7 Seconds, one of my favorite movies that he did. I saw it in high school. I watched both of them. Unstoppable, not the one with Denzel Washington, with Wesley Snipes, and 7 Seconds. And one of the reasons I really prefer those two a lot, I really had fun with those two. So yeah, that's. But yeah, 7 Seconds, which was directed by Simon Fellows. Never heard of the director, but he did a good job. I thought that um, I also thought the actress Tamzin So I can. The actress, she did a good job. I thought the actress who played, the cop, um, while Wes Snipes he plays Jack Taliban, he plays ex Delta Force member who's now an art thief. Jack Taliban, in which he has to save his girlfriend. I thought Wesley Snipes did a good job. Something different for Wesley Snipes. So yes, that's number 11. Number 10, like I said, I decided to take one of his direct-to-video movies, and I choose Unstoppable, because this is actually his first direct-to-video movie. 7 Seconds was 7 Seconds was actually, it was actually his 7 Seconds was actually his second direct-to-video movie. This was actually his first direct-to-video movie, and I really did like the film a lot. I thought he did a really good job in this movie. I thought for direct-to-video, even though it was so low budget, it is actually his first movie that came out direct-to-video. I thought these two, my opinion, work very well. I like them. I like both of them. And like I said, it's not everyone speaks, but I decide Unstoppable is a really good direct-to-video movie from Wesley Snipes, and that's just my opinion, my list. But that's number 10. But what can I say about Unstoppable? I mean, it's a direct-to-video movie. I think was filmed in Toronto, Canada. I think was back in 2004, 2003, 2004. It was filmed, released in 2004. I think that was before it was released, Blade Trinity. But yeah, it still was a good one for Wesley Snipes, in which he plays Dean Cage. Excuse me. Who's actually special forces in the army. He was in Bosnia, and his best friend was tortured. And he's dating, this lady cop. She's actually the sister of his best friend that was tortured, and because they were both captured and tortured, and he had to, because he wanted to save both of them, but he couldn't, so he taught his friend to commit suicide. And he has been infected with this virus, and he has all illusions and thinks that terrorists were real. But I thought Wesley Snipes' character worked very well, especially with the action sequences, and with the guy who also was with the guy who also was in The Last Boy Scout, in which Joe says, touch me again and I kill you," and he goes and blows with his hit, he blows his nose and kills him. It was this guy. I thought this guy as a villain did a good job. Kim Coates, I thought he did a good job. Wesley Snipes did a good job. The actress Jacqueline Obradors, she did a good job as the lady cop and the love interest of Dean Cage, played by Wesley Snipes. I thought Unstoppable was a really good movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Excuse me. So that was number 10. Those are two direct-to-video movies I put on this list. I know it's not everyone else's list, but it's mine. So that's that was number 10. Now number 9. I have to check out number 9. Number 9, I'll actually go with The Art of War. I used to have a VHS tape back in high school. I don't have it anymore, but I really liked The Art of War. The sequel was shitty, both the sequels were shitty, but this was a really good one, in which Wesley Snipes tries to be Eddie Murphy, And when Hiroki Tagawa asked him, and sir, who are you? Me, I'm Eddie Murphy. I like that, you know. Um, the Art of War I really liked. It was directed by Kristen Dungai, which I thought he did a really good job. Wayne Beach and Simon Davis Barry wrote the story, the screenplay, so that was a really good one. But the Art of War, the action sequences, the espionage, this is different. This movie is actually far from different from Mission Impossible, in which he's actually a coward. He's actually a coolly efficient coward operative. You know, this does not exist, and he becomes the framed for the murder. You know, he becomes framed for the murder, and they try to kill him. And he goes on the run, and he tries to find out, you know, who set him up, who's behind this. And yeah, I thought the Other War was still a good action thriller. So yeah, I put this movie number 9. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. I had to put the water under my face, otherwise I would fall asleep. Now, like I said, number 9, do you know who your enemy is? Which in Passenger 57, he's reading the book, you know, from Sun Tzu, The Art of War. So he started the movie. I don't know why the fuck was a sequel. But I like the film. I only didn't like the ending. The ending should not be, you know, in which they actually fake his death, or when he decide to get a girl on the end. I mean, the ending should have been much better. But still, Wesley Snipes pulled it off, you know, and this is like released in 2000, so that's still a good movie. It's not everyone's favorite cup of tea, but I really like this one a lot. Now, that was number 9. Number 8, I decided to put Drop Zone. Like I said, I reviewed this film. It was underrated 90s action film, taking crime to new heights, with Gary Busey being the villain and Yancy Butler from Hard Target right there, you know. She was in this movie as I forgot, she was as Jesse Crossman. She was an flight instructor from the parachutes, and yeah, I thought this was really a good movie. I prefer this movie above Passenger 57. I thought Drop Zone is a really good one, but it's not in my top 10. But it's definitely number 8. Yeah, I put this movie as number 8, Drop Zone, because I thought this was a really good one. Drop Zone, especially the back, you know. But I really liked Drop Zone, so that's number 8. Number 7, I'll actually go with Rising Sun with Sean Connery, because Sean Connery, in my opinion, did a perfect, you know, I almost watch every year this movie, Rising Sun. And Sean Connery was so awesome as Connor. You know, it was kind of 2 hours over long film, but I enjoyed Rising Sun. I don't know what people's problem is. You know, it was based on the novel by Michael Crichton, who did also Jurassic Park. But yeah, it wasn't actually an action film. It was more a mystery thriller. But Rising Sun, I really have enjoyed the film. So that's number 7. Number 6, White Man Can't Jump. I reviewed this movie. I did a retrospective review, which is a basketball. So yeah, that's number 6. Because White Man Can Jump, I really have enjoyed the film. I really have enjoyed this film, especially back. Yeah, sadly, this movie will get now actually. Now this movie will actually get a remake, which I think that does not deserve to have a remake. But it's a basketball game. It's about the money, and this movie isn't about best of the best. It's actually about a huge sum of money, and about a gambler who tries to clean up his act, and to become a better person. And that's of course Woody Harrelson. But I enjoy Why Man Can Jump with Wesley Snipes. I love that it's not violent, But you should watch my reviews on these films because I give my thoughts on it. Number 5, I just got it, and that's of course Murder at 1600. Yes, this is my top 5 favorite. Now this half is actually the best one, and my top 5 will be Murder at 1600. I wish this will be a Blu-ray, but I just reviewed film, it's uploading it. I love this movie to death. Dearly to death, it's number 5. Murder at 1600 is number 5. Number 4, U.S. Marshals. That's number 4. I also did review this film, so that's number 4. Number 3, Demolition Man. I do have the Blu-ray Demolition Man, but there's also the poster, the poster in the back. But Demolition Man's number 3. I did a retrospective review in this film, so you can find my channel. My second favorite he did is a shock, but it's Blade 2. And my number 1 favorite is Blade 1. Blade, the original. The original movie that Wesley Snipes did. And that's of course Blade. And my second favorite is Blade 2. Because Blade 1 and 2 are one of his best movies he did. And I love Blade. So that's my thoughts. That's my top 11 favorite Wesley Snipes movies. Thanks for watching. And take care. I'm out. Peace.